Alright, here we go. Did a couple of small things between yesterday and today. I had to work this weekend, so not a lot got done, but enough got done. So basically I built my front bumper. I got the brackets on there, got everything situated, got the brackets tight to the bumper. Also just got all the hardware in place so I can mount it fairly easy. I'm just going to need some help with these so I don't scratch things. And most likely I won't mount the front bumper. I probably won't mount it for at least another week or so. I just want to break the cam in. I haven't done that yet. And I just got to do the final bleeding of the brakes. I do want to do it the regular standard way. Even though I use the tool and I feel that it's fine, I still need to see that fluid, you know, go nowhere. I need to check it out. So also I built the back bumper. That one was a little bit challenging. Basically, everything did fit. One of the set for the housing. That, I'm not sure if the bumper was out. I don't think the bumper was out because I measured everything. Everything was equal on both sides. But one of the housings, they have the same part number on them, and it doesn't say left or right. Although when I went to do the left and the right lenses, they only fit on a certain housing, and that housing obviously went to the correct orientation on the bumper. But on the right side, I did have to re-drill one hole at the bottom where the extension is, and I had to elongate one additional hole so I could kind of center it and get the lenses centered in the holes, which it wasn't real bad, but, you know, a little challenging. You know, just had to get creative, and you don't want to start butchering things up. So a lot of very fine drilling and then filing everything so the hole was nice and clean, you know, deburred it, and everything worked out well. So now, and I got the brackets on that too. So now it's just a matter of getting these things mounted onto the vehicle. I just painted the brake, the emergency brake pedal. I just did that. We cleaned it, sanded it. I put 2 coats of the edge prime on there, and I hit it with some black paint, which will be fine. It looks good. It's right outside the door there, just drying at this point. And that was about it, guys. There wasn't a lot that I could do to this car this week. I'm still waiting for the gaskets, actually, for the light lenses. They were back ordered, and I believe they're finally going to be here Tuesday. But that's not a big deal. Those can be put on anytime. Not super worried about that. As I said, I'm going to get to the bleeding of the brakes. However, I do have to put the emergency brake in first. So this way I can cycle the brake a couple times, and even though I did it manually, I still want to cycle it a few times to make sure all that feels good. Then I can actually physically bleed them. Also, I'm going to be ordering the back seats. The front seats are fine. I redid those back in the 70s. It's got OEM cloth on, not cloth, pleather I call it. It's got OEM pleather on it. So basically they're OEM seats, and they're original to the car. The back seat, I do have it up against the wall there. I'm not sure if you can see it next to the cowl induction hood, but I think I'm just going to order new springs and just redo the whole back seat, everything brand new on that. So we're going to be back in the interior soon. I started planning the coffin car. I already ordered the motor for it, and I also started planning the Camaro. So I think we're going to do coffin car, and I think we're going to go to the Camaro. It's going to be between Camaro and the 34 Ford Coupe. So not sure that far ahead yet. I'm just not sure, but definitely the coffin car next. I already ordered the 2x2 tubing that I need in order to create my frame jig. So this way I can get that level situated, get the frame on top, and I can clamp the frame down to it. And then I can mark my cuts, cut it, slide the frame forward, fit my pieces, clamp everything down so it's all flat. It's all going to be on that one plane, and we'll be in good shape. Also, I'm going to create an inner structure on the tubing. I really don't have to. The butt weld will be more than enough. But I'm going to create an inner structure on the tubing, almost like a sleeve. So basically, I'll plug weld all that, and then I'll do my butt weld, and it's, it's going to be solid. It's going to be more solid than the rest of the frame. So that'll be up and coming. As you can see, yeah, the bench looks like a mess right now, but in reality, really just the bumpers on here and just some tools and some hardware. I did clean up. I cleaned up in front of the toolbox, and I'm starting to get ready to get all this stuff out of here. So this way, I can literally do the coffin car right here. It's very small. It's nothing more than really a T-bucket style chassis. And the reason I went with the T-bucket style chassis is I don't want to sit on top of the rear end like the original coffin car, because if that thing blows up, it's not going to be pretty. So I'd rather have the rear end behind me, and then I'll create like a miniature casket in that little, technically the trunk goes there of a 23T. I'll create some kind of mini casket or something back there to keep in the theme of the coffin car. But definitely much safer, and also the original coffin car has no suspension. That's not going to happen. I'm not breaking my back. So it'll have a suspension, so that's why I chose to go to 23T style frame. I already built the frame, and then I started changing my mind of things like I always do, and that's why I have to extend it. I'm not sure how much I need to extend it. My frame jig is going to be a total of 12 feet long. I'm not going to need all that. The frame's much shorter than that. But this way, no matter what I do, I don't run out of frame jig. So that'll be that. And I'm starting to figure probably bringing that in here in the next 3 weeks, because I'm going to get this headliner done. I've been pushing it off, and you know, I just hate doing the headliners. Everything else I don't mind, but the headliner I can't stand. So I may move this car back a little bit more once I get it on the wheels. I do have some tools back there, and part of the rotisserie still back there. That's going to have to go, and I'm just going to have to clog up my machine shop. I don't have any machining planned on the next couple builds. Some minor machining, nothing major. The motors, I'm not building them. I do have one that I built that I'm not using at the moment. But the coffin car motor is ordered. That should be here within the next couple months. And that's technically going to be a drop-in, fuel-injected motor. I need to find ways to save time, and even though it appears to be an expensive motor, in reality my time is worth more. So if you calculate it out, I'm actually saving money by just purchasing the motor, and it comes with a warranty. As long as you don't run it on the track, which I'm not going to do that. Most of these cars, lucky if they do a few laps around the neighborhood, and that's about it. It's just like my 2 Corvettes. I have a brand new Corvette I haven't even driven yet, and it's all about time, and also I have to kind of get myself a little better organized, so if I do choose to take one out, it's not a production to get it out, because right now everything's a production. And I just do need to find another property, so this way I can move some stuff. I can't bring anything down to my main shop, we're way too busy, even though eventually when I pull the plug on my commercial shop and I decide to retire, that is going to become my hot rod shop, and it'll probably take me a few months to really do what I need to do down there, and make it pretty, because right now it's not pretty. It's it's a dirty, grimy truck shop, and we do keep it clean, but you can only keep it so clean, and there's a disaster in there on a daily basis. So it just is what it is. But unless I sell my shop and build a bigger one, but I don't think so. I think we're going to move down there, and that's going to be the main fabrication shop. It's 4,000 square feet, not including the upstairs and the downstairs basement. It was actually built as a bomb shelter in the Cold War era, and it's got a lot of heavy concrete in there. So it's a solid building. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to keep it, but again, my mind changes so much, it's not even funny. But let's pop the camera off. Let's take a quick look at the bumpers and the brackets and all this here that I did. you know, it wasn't a lot of time spent here, but everything was done carefully, and you know, just didn't want to scratch the new chrome. So let's pop this camera off. And you know, the daily or the weekly disclaimer, I'm not a cameraman. So basically the bumper's dirty. I haven't wiped it down yet. Just, you know, just your standard Chevelle, you know, chrome bumper. I got all the packing on here so I don't scratch anything. I left the blue on the chrome, or actually I think these are stainless. So this way we don't scratch them up. I'll take those off once it's all mounted. Here's all the brackets, brand new brackets. No sense using the old stuff. New ones are just fine. They're a little thinner, but not much. They fit the bumper perfectly. I had no issues. Everything back here is tight. This is just holding it together, and this here is just in place so we don't lose the hardware. Same on this side, nothing fancy. The bumper for the bumper is there, and basically, you know, nice new clean bumper. And here's the back bumper. It's already built. I got the lenses in there. Those took a little bit to, like I said, to get them centered, and also to get the height proper. So this way you don't have a big gap at the bottom and a big, you know, small gap up top, or vice versa. So that worked out well. And all new brackets back there. New brackets there. Still waiting on my wheel weights for the wheels so I could balance them. And this way, once I bleed the brakes, get everything back on, and you know, basically this thing is going to be back on its feet. And there's not much left. You know, motor-wise, I'm done. I mean, there's nothing left to do here except just break in the cam and some minor adjustments with the timing. Interior, for the most part, is done. I just didn't put the seats in there because I still have some stuff to do back here, and I'm just trying to, you know, keep things comfortable. So this way, I'm not trying to work on top of seats or trying to move them out of my way, blah blah blah. The only other thing I really gotta start fine-tuning is the dash gauges. Excuse me, guys, I'm still a little sick from last week. The gauges, basically, I'm not sure if I had the oil pressure gauge working or not when I fired the motor, but then again, I only fired it for a few seconds, you know, just enough for that video that day. And I did redo my throttle. It was a little too tight. I did that today, and I readjusted that, so now the throttle is responding properly. It's returning properly, so no worries there. And basically, the engine fine-tuning is basically done. There's not a lot I need to do out there. Like I said, I just need to fire it up, break in the cam, and then I just got to set my base timing with the timing light and the computer. It just, I believe our base timing is going to be approximately 20. I need to really go through the paperwork and check that, make sure I'm not wrong. But other than that, you know, this is coming to a close, this vehicle. I mean, it still looks like a lot of stuff needs to be done, but it's a lot of small stuff. The headliner is the only nightmare, and I'm really going to not be happy the day I got to do that, because I just hate doing them. They're just a pain in the rear. Just hate them. You know, power windows are done except for that one door, because I kept hemming and hawing. Am I going to change the door? Am I not going to change? I decided not to change the door right now. It's not that bad. I got a brand new door in that mess back there. As you can see, the mess has kind of declined, and we do need to find another storage area to get some of this crap out of here. And I'll be working on that this week too. So for the most part, you know, it was just a bumper day, just a calm day. So I'm still not feeling 100% from last week. Not sure if it was COVID. I don't think so. I think it was just a bad flu. I mean, I pretty much got rid of it in like 2-3 days. However, it's kind of still nagging at me, just making me tired, and you know, just running out of breath. I am asthmatic, and that does cause a problem. So I didn't want to push too hard, so I just tried to do some of the nitpick stuff and started doing my studying on how I want to do the next project, and you know, where can I do it in here, because room is a problem. I have way too many vehicles, I have way too many parts, I just have way too much crap, and room is an issue. I need like a 20,000 square foot warehouse to put everything in there comfortably and be able to walk over and actually use it. Now it's kind of like move this, move that, and now we can access what we need. And even my machine, my MR1, I haven't even set up the computer on that yet. and I have a million things that I want to make, but you know, it's just no time. And then I have to learn the program. I'm hoping my son will get involved with me on this because he's a computer genius, and he'll fly right through that like it's nothing. Even though he's not a machinist, the computer end of it, he'll know very good. And between the both of us, I think the MR1 will be an incredible machine here. So let's get this camera back on the stand. Let's finish up, and you know, hopefully next week there'll be a lot more to show. We'll see. Like I said, I'm still not feeling 100%. Alright guys, let's get this back on there. Alright, so you know, I'm glad I was able to have you guys kind of follow me on this journey of when this thing was on the rotisserie to where it is now. I know it hasn't been a quick project. If I had the time, I could really have knocked this out in probably 4 months. Done, out the door, completely done. But time, you know, you just can't do everything. I still have to work in order to afford what I do here. I'm not a millionaire. And, you know, it's just about time, it's about working, it's about budgeting, it's just about a lot of crazy things. Even though I do have the money set aside for these projects that I've been building through the years, I still have to be very careful because, you know, inflation is crazy, things are crazy out there, so you always got to have a nest egg, and hopefully it doesn't happen, but sometimes you have to put your projects on hold because you need that money for your family. But so far so good, fingers crossed, and you know, we'll just keep moving forward on this one, and we'll start introducing the next project within the next couple videos. And again, I just got to make a little bit more room in here. Just haven't felt well, and I don't really have a lot of help. You know, my kids have their own lives, their own work, their own everything, and you know, they help me when they can, but I'm not going to push them because they need to get their things done too. So, you know, hopefully I'll get a little help next week. The long weekend would have been great, but unfortunately I got sick, and I just couldn't push at that point, and I couldn't get a lot done. So I came in here yesterday and really concentrated on cleaning up. I got the back bumper done by yesterday late afternoon. Actually, it was yesterday evening I finished it up. And you know, I pushed a little, I shouldn't have. Again, I wasn't feeling well, but I really wanted to get that done. Then I got this on the bench this morning. This one went together fairly easy. Everything was pretty much self-explanatory, and also just remember doing this 100,000 times, you know, in the past. But it all worked out well. The only thing I couldn't remember were these little adjustable bumpers, and then I remembered where they went. It was kind of self-explanatory, but you can't remember everything. So I guess that's it. I guess I'll leave you with a picture of the bumpers here, and have a good week. Stay safe. It's going to be a nice week. It's going to be a warm week, but that cold weather's coming. So whatever outdoor projects you got, get them done, because we'll be stuck inside. Well, for the guys that are in the Northeast anywhere, in the colder regions, we'll be stuck inside for a while before that spring comes back around, and you know, we're back to work and playing with our cars and enjoying the outdoors. But I guess that's about it, guys. So please like and subscribe if you could. Please comment, ask any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And that's it. I guess we'll see you next week. Stay safe, stay dry, stay happy.